What's good, everybody? The North Father is back with some more Ice Cube Mack 10. Shout out to the Mod Squad. Mod Squad. Alright, we about to get into this right now, y'all. Let's do it. First of all, I would like to say shout out to the Inglewood Blood himself, Mr. Mack 10. Alright, let's get to it. Alright, Mack 10 got Ice Cube chain back twice. Once from Cypress Hill, Be Real, and once from a brother named Solo, who was running with Cube, and they had a situation, and they got into a fight, and the chain was taken during that fight. It's no disrespect to Cube. No disrespect to Cube at all. But one thing Ice Cube did that Mack 10 didn't do, Ice Cube totally made a name for himself. And Mack 10 did too. But I'm saying that to say this. Mack 10 doesn't need Ice Cube to further his career. Mack 10 doesn't need Ice Cube for a West Side Connection reunion. Gotta remember, Ice Cube left NWA. And I thought, and I'm sure many thought too, they was gonna reconcile. When Ice Cube left, he was gone. And he made his own record. And he blew up even more off of that record. And NWA was dissed during that album. And they wanted to kick Ice Cube ass. And they had a fight with him. Ren got a couple of boys together and they went and they fought. But what Mack 10 did, and what he shouldn't have done, was he fell back. All right, Ice Cube helped him get on. Ice Cube gave him some beats. Ice Cube, the one that basically introduced Mack 10 to the real life of the rap game. But Mack 10 gotta remember, he's an Inglewood Blood, man. You don't need to ride the shoulders of the Inglewood Bloods to be who you are. Let's take it from another brother. And that's this man right here. Boskoe100. This man rose above being an Inglewood Blood. This man rose above his situation that he had with a young man named Rosemo. I want to do a story about Rosemo, but I know a lot of people on the West Side is familiar with it, but that's what ultimately gave Boskoe his YouTube fame. He rose above who he was and what he was to what he is today. Those who follow Boskoe, those who know about Boskoe, know what I'm talking about. Shout out to Boskoe100. He was a front liner for the Inglewood Bloods, the same Inglewood Bloods that Mack 10 was a part of. In fact, they come from Queen Street together, so they know each other. But getting back to Mack 10, and I respect Mack 10 a hell of a lot. I respect this man a hell of a lot. This man put his neck on the line twice for Ice Cube. But see, I know how that is. I was at a jam one night. You know, everybody partying outside, and we got the turntables and stuff outside. And a brother that I used to be with, he wanted to rob this guy early in the day. So he shouted out loud to me, yo, let's get that chain. I wasn't a chain snatcher. I was in the streets, but I wouldn't fight unless you get on my nerves. And I'll put them hands up and I'll whip your ass. That's the type of nigga that I was. I wasn't a shooter. Even though I was accused of someone being shot, that wasn't true. It happened to me twice, in fact. But I had nothing to do with it. One person died and the other person was injured. I had nothing to do with both. But the guy saw us. The guy was about to blow shit up then. But it was a kid that walked in between us. Shout out to Reese, who's a grown man now. Doing his thing. But he walked in between us, so the guy held back. Guy just came from jail. But he saw us at the jam that night. Well, he saw Ike. And the kid he was with, the kid's sister had a child from him. See, I didn't even know all of that. But years ago, before that happened, I made the kid cry. So me and the kid never really spoke after that. I went off on the side, was talking to this girl, and that kid never forgot that. But I wasn't up on the scene when the guy remembered who this guy was, and he knocked him out. Woke him up and chased him with the gun. So I see the scuffle over there. I'm looking. I'm like, oh, what's going on? So when I see my man running, I called him like, yo. And he got shot in the leg with the dum-dum bullets. I ran, jumped on top of the nigga. Bullets whizzing past me. Word to my kids, I picked the nigga up and ran with the nigga in my arms to safety. To my man, to this other guy that I was cool with. I ran to his crib because he lived on the first floor. His mother was like, no, don't bring him in here. Don't bring him in here. Yo. But they called the cops. The cops came and got him. He was in shock. He don't even remember. He knew he was shot, but he don't even remember me picking him up, running with him. He was like, how did I get here? He was in shock. I protected him when he got home, rolled him around the car and everything. He was on Facebook one night, so I ain't seen him in a while. I'm like, yo, what's good? The nigga gave me a... Like, fuck you. Niggas snitching and shit like that. But what he was saying, I snitched on because people knew I saved his life. And I spoke about it. In fact, at an old Thomas Brownsville softball game, the brother, the young boy, he was all friends with him. And that's the nigga that got him shot. Yo, what up, my man? So I eventually made up with that dude myself. But I said, yo, fuck that other dude, you know what I'm saying? The one that I helped, fuck. People even came up to me like, yo, you want me to do something to him, Nard? Usually I'll be like, nah, don't even bother him. Let fate take his course and all that. Niggas take that as a sign of weakness. So I was like, yo, if you gonna do something to the nigga, do something to the nigga because you want to do something to him, not because of me. You know what I'm saying? What I was really saying was I ain't give a fuck. Because I didn't. So Ice Cube, you got Mack 10, Mack 10, you got the man chain back. Yes, you did. Twice. Yes, you did. You went out on a limb for him because he helped you out. He put you on. Whether you feel like the man felt like you need him more than he needs you or whatever, that man made a name for himself. So can you. If Ice Cube could do it, if Boskoe could do it, you can do it. Even if you got to tell the story how you got people chained back. You have to create your own story. Because what I'm seeing is that West Side Connection is dead, bro. As long as he know you need him, that West Side Connection is dead. Cube came back and helped make Straight Outta Compton, going back to his NWA days, because he needed that story to further enhance his Hall of Fame career. He might not need a West Side Connection to further anything. You see what I'm saying? So you got to make your own story. You got the Who on Banging Records. You could have signed MC8, but Master P was more established at the time, so he was the front runner of signing him. I don't even know if MC8 ever signed with them, but he could have. Snoop Dogg. Master P signed him because he had more of a career. You was around greatness. Now it's time to make yourself great. You was around Hall of Famers. Now it's time to make yourself one. You have the story. You just got to tell the right one. This is the Nard here. You know what I'm saying? I'm coming back. Shout out to Mack 10. Shout out to Mack 10. You know what I mean? Shout out to Boskoe. And shout out to Cube too. I'll be back. Because this story, I'm getting a lot of comments. I'm getting a lot of feedback from it. I'm just taking my time. I don't want to overload the story. I want to come with the right story that I possibly could come with. I love y'all all, man. Peace. I ain't even gonna lie. This Mack 10 Ice Cube story is a damn good one. But my advice to Mack 10, he has to complete his own story, complete his own legacy. Of course, it's there. Just do it, brother. And I salute you. My squad. We out.